Hey, left, right, out. Let's talk about what happened today with the Bank of England, because it is having an effect on the market. Our markets were set to continue to go down. And then the Bank of England came out with this. Well, what is it? They're going to step into the long end of their bond market because there was a lot of market turmoil. There was a lot of pressure on the currency. And you've seen like a 50 basis point move in there, I think their version of the 10-year. Incredible. But here's the thing. So what they've done is capitulated. They are monetizing the debt again. They saw this turmoil, and in reality, let's go back and look at what that actually was. So I believe it's Truss or whoever's running England right now came out and they were providing tax relief or tax cuts, but they were maintaining whatever kind of astronomical funding in the government. So it was essentially unfunded tax cuts, which in the end, if it was business-wise, whatever, might increase productivity or whatever. But in the interim, you need to cut some of the government expenditures, which they did not. So this is the market was reacting to the fact that, one, you're decreasing the revenue in the short run anyway into the government and maintaining the same amount of expenses. So in essence, you have to access the bond market. You have to go out and, sell notes into the market. So the market was actually being a market and reflecting or sending a sign to the UK government, hey, you need to do either cut some government spending or find another revenue source. You need to do something. That's what it does. That's how it's supposed to react. That's how a market is supposed to tell whoever is in that precarious situation. This is how it's supposed to tell them what to do, right? So it's like, well, hey, you are the government and whatnot. And you can't just endlessly spend. You're going to have to access. We're reflecting the amount of risk that's being put upon us. And of course, instead of allowing a real market to do what it's supposed to do, wipe out all those. Either you have the government cut spending, and then also wipe out all the malinvestment that has been incurred by artificially suppressing those interest rates, because England has been doing that as well for the X amount of years. They capitulated, came in, said they were going to do an orderly or step into the bond market until the markets become more orderly. The markets are disorderly because of the very actions that you're doing right now. The markets are disorderly because you have suppressed interest rates. So now you're having an equal and opposite reaction in a sense. So what does it say? I don't know. It's just like there's a socialistic system right there. You cannot have an actual market. It's okay if the market shoots up, however many percentage points, because supposedly that's good. It's easier to inflate and hide a lot of your excesses in that kind of environment, even though they impoverish a lot of the it bifurcates the classes and impoverishes the lower rungs of society economically. And that's what exactly this is going to do. It's just going to continue their inflationary spiral. But what is it doing over here? What it has done over here is it's given the market a little bit of a sense of what maybe the Fed might do. And it's given them a little bit more hope that the Fed might capitulate in the same way. So people are trying to front run that, and this might be your little bear market rally right now. But at the same time, this is what I've said in all these other ones, it sows even further tightening in the end. What it does is it gives the Fed even more justification, because it's like, well, I guess things are good, so we can go up even more. So the more they try to front run it based off England, the more they sow their own seeds of destruction. So I should have sold out. I should have closed one of my shorts. I was thinking about it yesterday. I probably should have. That way I could reestablish it here at a better level. And but that's my own opinion. I'm not saying do that, because who knows how long this kind of rally can come, and who knows when these things will happen. But we're still going to the downside, in my opinion. This is a short-term blip, but it is significant. It gives you an eye of what central banks can do, and that they will act political. They will capitulate in front of political pressure, and they will use the excuse turmoil whatever turmoil in the markets or whatnot. When in reality, it's the market signaling that all this bad investment needs to be wiped out, and also in this case, a government that's needing to borrow and go into even more debt to maintain its own spending, and the market telling it that, hey, you really shouldn't, otherwise we're going to price you a little bit higher than normal. All right, so that's what's actually going on, and it's just interesting to see how dumb a lot of these investors are, and then how dumb central bankers are. It's like you think supposedly these are the smartest people in the room, and they don't even understand that. They don't understand basics of economics or whatever, or they're just not willing, or maybe they do and they're not willing to take the pain from the excesses that they've created. They are, and in fact, just to wrap it up, it's like, well, we're going to go step in the market until it gets orderly, even though we are the reason, and these very actions are the reasons, or they sowed the seeds of this market turmoil, and it's just paying the price for the past actions in lieu of also what the government's doing itself. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. It's just, I want to talk about that because that is a big market deal, or on a global scale, and it gives you a little bit of situational awareness about what might happen in our own system here once we get a runaway. But we did top before that happened. The 10-year hit 4%, and then now our yield for some reason down 16 basis points somehow off of this, like in anticipation that maybe our Fed will do something. And I think this actually gives it more justification to keep going and go ahead and raise. Maybe not the 75 basis point, maybe they go half a point this next time. Regardless, you're up in the territory where it's going to wipe out some of these bad actors. Anyway, talk to you later.